Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day is going wonderful. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today I get to share with you a brand new stamp set over at C&CT Stamp. All month long, C&CT Stamp has been celebrating Stamptember, and today I get to share with you a brand new stamp set collaboration with Pretty Pink Posh and C&CT Stamp. So this is the Skiing Bear stamp set. It's basically a limited edition. I believe when they're gone, they won't come back. But I am super excited about this little set because it's just adorable. We're going to create a fun wintry scene today. So let's grab some cardstock and do some stamping. In the stamp set, there's some cute little images. There's some bears, a little mouse, and some penguins. I'm going to take both of the penguins, both the cute little trees, and also the candy cane. We're going to stamp that with Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Both the ink and the paper I'm stamping on are alcohol marker friendly. We're going to use Copics to color in our images today. And so after we have this stamped, we're going to take the smaller tree and also the candy cane, raise it up a little bit on my panel, and stamp those. I'm not sure if I'll need the extra, but it's good to have. When you scene build, sometimes extra pieces are better than not enough pieces. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit, play some music. I did speed up the video while I was coloring, but I did leave the caps out and listed them in the corners for you guys. But when I'm done coloring, I will catch you back. Okay, coloring is all done. Now, you know what? I'm not sure. I can't remember if there are coordinating dies with this set or not. If they do have the dies, I'll list them down below for you guys. But in the meantime, I'm just going to fussy cut them out. Easy peasy. And those are my cute little penguins and trees and candy canes. So images are done. Now we need to create a background. Of course, we're going to use some frames. So we're going to start off by taking a die set from Simon. This is the bundle of stitch shapes die set. I'm taking some white cardstock in large rectangle in this set, and we're going to create a panel. This large die will leave me a little bit of a border on, just a slight border on my card base. I'm also going to take the heart in the set and the little banner. We're going to do a little layering with the die. So next we'll bring in a die set from Pretty Pink Posh. This die set is called the Scallop Frames die set. I'm taking the smallest frame, putting that in the middle. We're going to create 2 frames basically. And I'm not going to use the negative space of the frame, so that's where I die cut out my heart and my banner. So those are done, and all of these are with white cardstock, guys. Now, of course, with a wintry scene, we're going to need a background and some snowbanks. If you have a hillside border die, break them out. We're going to need 2 different hillsides. I just chose to use my scissors to create a hillside. It's super easy to do. And we're going to take the smaller one and put a hillside directly behind the small scallop frame. We're just going to grab our tape runner, and I think I need a new tape runner. Grab another one and we're going to adhere our smaller snowbank to the bottom of our smaller frame. And there will be excess overhanging, so we'll just use the scissors and trim that off. We're doubling up on our frames today. I like to do that. We're going to just trim off the excess. Now I have one more hillside, and then we have one more frame. We're going to first take a pale blue cardstock, and this is going to go behind all of our frames. So let's adhere that directly to our card base. My card base today is a standard A2 size card base. We're going to make it a landscape style card. Now we're going to add our second snowbank. I just want to make sure it was peeking out. So we're kind of lining both of these up. And then once I'm happy, I'll tack it down behind my frame and trim off the excess. This frame, we're not going to add adhesive or pop it up. We're going to just directly adhere it to the card front. So far we're one layer. After we have this adhered, we need to stamp our sentiment. So I'm going to grab my smaller frame, place it where I'm going to put it, and there's a sentiment in our Skiing Bear stamp set. So this is Let It Snow. And I'm going to stamp it towards the left corner, top left corner. I think that's a good place for it. I was debating whether I should use white embossing powder or not, but since we have a very pale blue background, I think we're just going to use some black ink. Let's take our card, put it directly in our MISTI. Put it in the corner here. We'll remove our frame, pick up our Let It Snow, and ink it up with some VersaFine Onyx black ink. I've had this ink pad for a while, and it's drying out, so I might have to stamp it a few times. I think I got lucky. Once is good. So there is our sentiment. Now with our smaller frame, of course, we got to add a little dimension. So I cut some thin strips of foam adhesive. We're going to place that around our small frame. Just remove the release paper and place that in the center of our larger frame. Just kind of lining it up from corner to corner. Now the dimension begins. Okay, I was looking at my white frame and I thought, it might look prettier with a blue frame. So I'm going to take, again, the smaller frame and the scallop frame die set from Pretty Pink Posh, and we're going to die cut out a blue frame, the same color as our background. I'm just using my tape runner, and we're going to directly adhere that over the white one. And I think we just need a little bit, I know we have a snowy background, but I wanted a little bit more color, and I think this is just going to work out great. We're just going to line it up right from the corner to the corner. And I'm happier with the blue. What do you think? Now we are going to take all of our little scene stuff. We're going to grab some foam squares. We're going to pop all of these up. What I'm going to do is basically put a foam square behind each one of my elements, kind of place them on the inside of my frame, and then when I'm happy with the placement, I'll just do one at a time and remove the release paper and then tack everything down. Keeping the release paper on gives you options to design your little scene. Now the banner, I do end up cutting the top off. We're going to put that right next to the sentiment. I was intending to put crisscrossing the candy canes and putting them on the banner and putting them up in the corner, but I don't think there was enough room for the candy canes. It just didn't flow right for me. So but I did like the banner there. So that in that open area, we'll put the banner. And then over on the bottom left corner, I thought we would put our little stitched heart. Give it a little, since we have the scallop frame, I thought a stitched heart would just make it a little country. So that's what we're gonna do there. Okay, we're gonna add foam adhesive behind our heart, and then just to make it a little extra special, I found a very pale blue button. It's almost the color of our background. I'm gonna add that to my heart. This is the kind of heart that is perfect for adding buttons to. We're going to use a glue dot and add that. If you want to thread twine through your button now and then glue it down, you could, but I'm going to cheat a little bit. Add the button with the glue dot and then take some white twine, tie a bow, and then add a glue dot behind my bow and stick it on the top of the button. So it looks like it's threaded, but it's really not. To me, this is easier. Sometimes when you tie a knot through the holes of the button, your bow wants to go kind of wonky. You have more control this way. For finishing touches, I'm just going to add some snowballs in my background with some Nouveau crystal drops. These are simply white. And then that completes my project today, guys. I hope you get a chance to check out this cute little stamp set over at the Simon shop. I just think it's adorable. Have a great day. Thank you so much for joining me. We will see you again real soon, guys. Bye-bye.